Good morning, students. In previous class, up to ions classification, even what are the types of simple cations, what are the types of simple anions, even compound cation also we have seen. Now, before going to today's topic, just I will revise that ions topic. What is meant by ion? The particle which carries positive charge or negative charge is called ion. Okay. Now, ions are of two types. Those are cations and anions. What is meant by cation? The particle which carries positive charge is called cation, and the particle which carries negative charge is called anion. Again, cations are classified into two types, anions are classified into two types. Then, what is a cation? Classification. Cations are classified into two types, those are simple cations and compound cations. And coming to anions. Anions are also classified into two types, those are simple anions and compound anions. What are the examples for simple cations? Na plus, K plus, Ca plus 2, Al plus 3, like that, etc. If positive charge is present on atom, then it is called simple cation. If positive charge is present on compound, that is called compound cation. Example for compound cation is NH4 plus, which is called NH4 plus is called ammonium ion. Name of that NH4 plus is called ammonium ion. Next, coming to anions. What are the types of anions? Simple anions and compound anions. What is meant by simple anion? If an atom has negative charge present on that one, then that ion is called simple anion. Example, Cl minus, Br minus, F minus, O minus 2, N minus 3. Like that, so many examples we can give. Next, we are going through compound anions. What is meant by that compound anion? If negative charge is present on the compound, then that particle is called compound anion. Okay, different important compound anions are present. Those I will mention that one. Please make a note. Now, first one, SO4 minus 2. SO4 minus 2. Name of this anion is sulfate ion. Name of this anion is sulfate ion. 2. SO3 minus 2. SO3 minus 2 name is sulfite ion. Sulfite. Next, third one, CO3 minus 2. CO3 minus 2 name is carbonate ion. CO3 minus 2, carbonate ion. Next, fourth one, HCO3 minus. HCO3 minus name is bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate. Bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. What is that? Suppose example, NaHCO3. What is the name of that one? Sodium bicarbonate, which is called baking soda. We will use in our kitchens also for getting that puffiness in cakes, like that. We will use that NaHCO3. When it is added, carbon dioxide will be avoided and it is trapped in the food material. Because of that, the food material is getting that puffiness. Okay, this is fourth one. Carbonate, bicarbonate. This bicarbonate is also called hydrogen carbonate. Sulfate, sulfite. Fifth one, NO3 minus. NO3 minus name is nitrate ion. NO3 minus nitrate ion. Sixth one, NO2 minus. This is nitrite ion. NO2 minus nitrite ion. Next, seventh one, OH minus hydroxide ion. OH minus hydroxide ion. Eighth one, HSO4 minus. HSO4 minus is called bisulfate ion or hydrogen sulfate ion. HSO4 minus is called bisulfate ion or hydrogen sulfate ion. Now, what are the 8 I wrote? No? Sulfate, SO4 minus 2 is called sulfate, SO3 minus 2 is called sulfite, CO3 minus 2 is called carbonate ion, HCO3 minus is called bicarbonate ion or hydrogen carbonate, NO3 minus is called nitrate ion, NO2 minus nitrite ion, OH minus hydroxide, HSO4 minus bisulfate ion or hydrogen sulfate ion. Next, ninth one, HSO3 minus, that is bisulfide or hydrogen sulfite. Bisulfite or hydrogen sulfite. Okay, now these are the important compound anions which we are getting to write the formula regularly in a regular way. Some other compound anions are also there, but if you know these compound anions, we can write the general regularly using formula easily. Okay, understood, no? Now we will go through next concept, that is how to write the formula of the compound. How to write the formula of the compound. Okay, now before going to that one, totally how many compound anions we wrote? Totally 9. These are all important compound anions. If you know them, we can write formula of so many things. We can write the formula of so many compounds. Okay, now let us see. They gave one compound like this name. Sodium sulfate. Okay, now just divide into 2 parts. Sodium and sulfate. We have to write formula for this one. First part, sodium. Sodium charge is Na plus. Sodium charge is Na plus. Sulfate. Now we have seen sulfate, SO4 minus 2. Na plus SO4 minus 2. After writing like this, do one thing. What is the charge present on cation? +1. That one alone, numerical value alone, write here. That numerical value alone you can write here. Next. What is the charge present on SO4 minus 2? That numerical value alone you can write here. Numerical value alone you can write here. Next. Then next step. That 2 which is numerical value of charge present on SO4 minus 2, that 2 we can write here. This position is called subscript. That position is called subscript. Suppose sodium is like this, no? This position is called subscript. This position is called superscript. Okay, ma? Now see here. Now these 2 must be written where we have to write? Must be written at subscript of Na. Next, this 1 must be written at subscript of total SO4. Total SO4. Then now the formula will become sodium Na symbol. What is the subscript? 2. SO4 subscript 1 only, no need to write. If it is 1, no need to write. Simply we can write formula of this compound Na2SO4. What is the formula of sodium sulfate? Na2SO4. Did you understand, all of you? Now sodium sulfate. Under sodium symbol, we are going to write charge present on sodium, that is 1. Numerical value only we have to write 1. Next, SO4. What is the charge present on that SO4? That is -2. Numerical value we are taking 2. That 2 will become subscript of sodium. 1 will become subscript of SO4. Then the formula will be Na2SO4. In this way we can write the formula of any chemical compound which are ionic compounds. Sir, what is that ionic compound and what is that covalent compound? You will get clarity in chemical bond structure. No problem. Chemical bond and its molecular structure, one topic is there. In that topic you will get clarity about all these things. Okay. Now we will go through one more example. Sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate. Okay, now first sodium Na plus nitrate ion NO3 minus. Okay, now what is the charge present on sodium? That is +1. Numerical value 1. What is the charge present on NO3? -1. Numerical value 1. This numerical value 1 will be subscript of sodium, and this numerical value 1 will be subscript of NO3. Now the formula will become Na1NO3, which is simply called NaNO3. Which is simply called NaNO3. Next. Calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate. Okay, how to write the formula of calcium nitrate? 2 parts. Calcium nitrate. Calcium charge is +2. Nitrate NO3 minus. Calcium nitrate Ca +2 NO3 minus. What is the charge present on calcium? +2. Numerical value 2. What is the charge present on NO3? -1. Numerical value 1. Then this 1 will be subscript of calcium. 2 will be subscript of entire NO3 minus. Entire NO3 minus. Then the formula will become see this 2 here I am writing, 1 here, Ca1 NO3 whole, because it is 2 particles of NO3. That's why NO3 we are keeping bracket, okay, and we are writing outside 1. Now the formula will be CaNO3 twice. CaNO3 twice. CaNO3 twice is called calcium nitrate formula. Okay, next. Potassium sulfate. Let us get potassium sulfite. Sulfite. What is the potassium charge? K plus. Sulfite SO3 minus. Sulfate means previous one we wrote SO4 minus 2. This is SO3 minus 2, sorry. Sulfite SO3 minus 2. Okay, now K plus, what is the charge present on potassium? +1. Numerical value 1. SO3 minus 2, what is the numerical value? 2. Charge present on SO3, that is 2. That 2 we are writing here. Then This 2 will become subscript of potassium and 1 will become subscript of SO3. Now the formula will be K2SO3. What is the formula? K2SO3. K2SO3 is the formula of potassium sulfate. Potassium sulfate. Okay, let us continue some more examples. After that we will go to next concept. Next. Magnesium hydroxide. What is the name? Magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide contains Mg plus 2 ion and hydroxide ion is OH minus. We have seen hydroxide ion OH minus. What is the numerical value present on magnesium? 2. That 2 we are writing here. Numerical value present on OH entirely, that is -1. So 1 numerical value, 1. This 1 will be subscript of magnesium and 2 will be subscript of OH entirely. Like CO3, actually like NO3 we wrote, like that here, this 2 will become subscript of OH minus entirely. Now the formula will be Mg1 OH twice. So the formula of magnesium hydroxide is MgOH twice. Next, aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum charge Al plus 3, hydroxide charge OH minus. One more thing, sir, these hydroxide ions NO3 minus everything you gave. Okay, then what about this Mg plus 2? How you will remember? What is this aluminum? How it is? How we can remember Al plus 3 charge? These are all doubts. If you get those doubts, no problem, you will get clarity. At once, if you start the chemical bond chapter, you will understand everything regarding valency, everything. Presently, some cations, familiar cations I gave in the last class examples. That examples you can practice them, remember them. Why they are getting that plus 2 only, and why aluminum is getting plus 3, why magnesium is getting plus 2, like that. Every clarity you will get at once chemical bond next coming chapters if you are getting everything. Okay, now Al plus 3 and OH minus. Now what is the numerical value present on aluminum? That is 3. OH minus, numerical value present on OH, that is 1. Now this 1 will be subscript of aluminum and 3 will be subscript of OH minus. Then this one will become Al1, 1 no need to write, OH whole bracket thrice. AlOH thrice. This is the formula of aluminum hydroxide. Okay, like this we can write. Suppose one more example, calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, what is the cation? Calcium, Ca plus 2. Carbonate, CO3 minus 2. Carbonate CO3 minus 2, calcium Ca plus 2. What is the numerical value of charge present on cation? That is 2. And what is the numerical value of anion present? That is 2. Okay, now this 2 will be subscript of total CO3. This 2 will be subscript of total calcium. Then it will be Ca2 CO3 twice. Ca2 CO3 twice. When we have same values, 2, 2, 4, 4, like that, if you have any same values, this 2 ones are 2, this is 2 ones are 2, like that we can cancel that one. 2 ones 2, 2 ones 2. Then we will be remained with 1, 1. So 1, 1. What is the final formula? Final formula is CaCO3. 2 times 2 ones like that it will be cancelled, no? Because of that Ca1 CO3 1 like that it formed. That is CaCO3. This is the formula of calcium carbonate. This is the formula of calcium carbonate. Okay, like this some formula how to write that one in today's class we have seen. I will give some names, ma. Once try to do them. After completion of the class, if you have any doubts, through WhatsApp you can send to me. I will clarify that doubt and I will resend to you. Okay, na? Now I will write some names on the board. Note down the names and write on your own how to write the formula of those names. Okay, let us see. Sodium carbonate. Second one, potassium bicarbonate. Third one, calcium sulfate. Fourth one, magnesium bisulfate. Magnesium bisulfate. And fifth one, aluminum sulfate. These are the names I give. Note down the names and try to write the formula of these names now. Okay, after completion of the class you can write sodium carbonate, potassium bicarbonate, calcium sulfate, magnesium bisulfate, aluminum sulfate. Okay, now before going to the next concept, till now what are the concepts we have learned? First started with matter. Matter can be classified depending on physical characteristics and chemical characteristics. We have seen the physical characteristics classification, that is physical classification of matter, and chemical characteristics classification, that is chemical classification of matter. Depending on physical characteristics, matter will be classified into 3 types. Those are solid, liquid and gas. Differences between solid, liquid and gas. How solid will be converted to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to solid. All these things we have seen. That is physical classification. Next, coming to chemical classification. Depending on chemical characteristics, matter will be classified into 2 types. Those are pure substances and impure substances. Under pure substances, again we have elements and compounds. Under impure substances, we have 2 types. Those are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Under pure substances, elements definition, what are the different types of elements, and first 30 elements, everything we have written down, examples, everything. Compounds. Coming to compounds, first definition. Okay, after that, what are the different types of compounds? Homoatomic molecules, heteroatomic molecules, all these things we have seen. Next, coming to mixtures. Mixtures are of 2 types, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Those homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures, both definition wise, examples also we have seen. That is mixtures completed. Next, after completion of this, ions. Ions are of 2 types, cations and anions. Cations are again classified into simple cation and simple anion. Same. Anions are also classified into simple anion and simple cation. Simple anion and compound anion. Like that, what are the examples, everything I wrote, and how to write the chemical formula by using these cations and anions. Even I told that one. Now, one more example I will write here, 6th one. That one also note down and try to write the formula. That is ammonium sulfate. Ammonium ion NH4 plus ma. That is cation, compound cation, and sulfate, compound anion. Between these 2, compound will be formed. What is the compound formula? That formula you have to write. So total is 6 I gave. Ammonium sulfate, 6th one. Ammonium sulfate. Okay, that is about how to write the compound. How to represent the compound anion and how to write the formula, everything we have seen. Okay, ma? We will continue this concept by the name mole concept. Okay, ma? Shall we see that one? Okay, we are going to continue this one now. Let us see. Under the side heading, that is mole concept. Okay, before going to this mole concept, one more time, this is the very important topic in which it is highly useful in next coming classes, next coming chapters. Okay, please concentrate highly and try to do. Here we will get problems also related to mathematics. Problems also we will get mathematical problems. Please understand carefully. Everything I will teach very slowly, no problem. If any sort of doubts are there, I said already, I will clarify. Even by direct interaction also, I will clarify after reopening of the school. Okay, ma? Please concentrate very highly. Till now, what is the thing it is completed? That is in earlier classes also you have seen that one. But now, if you understand this one, so many concepts will be clear for you in next coming classes. Okay? Before going to this concept directly, first one, mass of electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 power minus 28 grams. Sir, why this mass of electron? Electrons, protons and neutrons. Electrons, protons and neutrons. These are the three important particles present in atom. Electrons, protons and neutrons. These are the three important particles present in atom. Actually, we are thinking that atom is the smallest particle, but again atom contains small particles like electron, proton, neutron. Those masses and what is the charge present on those particles, now I will give. Okay, ma? Now, first one, mass of electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 power minus 28 grams. Second one, mass of proton is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Third one, mass of neutron is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Actual mass of proton is equal to 1.672 mass of neutron is equal to 1.675. Neutron is little bit heavier than proton. Only third digit 2 and 5 is differed. Okay, make a note of this mass of electron, mass of proton and mass of neutron clearly. You have to understand that this number is okay, 9.1. What about this 10 power minus 28? 10 power minus 28 means 0.00 like that. How many zeros are there? 27 zeros and 1. See, this is not required actually, but for your understanding it won't know. 0.1, we know what is that, very small value. 0.01, very small. 0.001, like that. How much small this value? See, this value into 9.1. That means 0. These many values of after some extent 9 will be there. These many 27 zeros are there. Very small. Because these particles are very small, electron, proton, neutron. Atoms are only very small. In that particles are present means we can understand how much small those are. For estimation I told this much small. Okay, 10 power minus 28, 10 power minus 24. These are all very small values. Okay, in that also electron is very small. Because this is 9.1 into 10 power minus 28. This is 10 power minus 24, this is 10 power minus 24. Now I will give the relation between mass of electron and mass of proton also. Okay, before going to that one, all of you need to note down mass of electron, proton and neutron. Now let us start next. Next relation, mass of one proton is equal to mass of one proton is equal to mass of 1837 electrons. Mass of one proton is equal to mass of 1837 electrons. That means one side on weighing scale, if you are able to keep one proton, on another side, how many electrons we have to keep to equalize that weight? 1837 electrons. 1837 electrons mass is equal to one proton mass. Like we will say, whale is the biggest creature, correct? That whale weighs 1000 elephants, 2000 elephants, like that we will say. But elephant, is it small? Elephant itself 1000 kgs, like that above, correct? But like that, elephants, how many are required to be weighed with whale? 1000 elephants, 2000 elephants, like that. That much weight whale is contained. For estimation, for understanding that concept, for estimation, we are comparing with the known creature. Actually, whale we didn't see. Even though if you are able to see, maximum in videos only, like that we have seen, correct? We might have seen. After seeing that also, we will not get what is the estimation of the weight. But elephant, so many times we have seen how much big elephant is. Okay, compared to that elephant weight, they are comparing the whale creature. Then 1000 elephants means we can understand, oh, this much big creature, like that we can understand. 1000 elephants weight is equal to one whale weight. Okay, then to be equal with one human being weight, how many ants must be required? Ant is very small. When compared to us, ant is very small. When compared to elephant, we are very small. When compared to whale, elephant is very small. Like that comparison only it is going on. Everywhere we are comparing with others. Okay, like this here. What about proton? Proton is small only. But when compared to proton, electron is very small. Now, like, how did I compare? Ants compared with us, we are very big when compared to ants. But when compared to elephant, we are very small. Next, elephant. When compared to us, it is big only. But when compared to whales, it is very small. Like that comparison, depending on comparison, we will confirm that whether the particle is big or small. Proton is, with respect to us, it is small only. But with respect to electron, it is very big. That's why mass of one proton is equal to mass of 1837 electrons. Why did I mention this relation? You will understand now. Okay, ma? Now, shall I go to next? According to mole concept, what we are going to teach. Now, let us see. Under mole concept, first side heading, very important definition, that is called atomic weight. Initially you wrote first 30 elements table column, serial number, symbol, name, like that. One more column I told for you to keep that one. That column is for atomic weight only. Okay, now we will see what is the definition of this atomic weight. Weight of one atom is called atomic weight. Simple definition only. Weight of one atom is called atomic weight. Actually, it is simple definition only. But while we are calculating, we will understand what about the difficulty here. We will see that one. Let us see. First, atomic weight. Weight of one atom is called atomic weight. Okay. I am taking one hydrogen atom. Now, what is the atomic weight of hydrogen? Definition wise, weight of one atom of hydrogen is called atomic weight of hydrogen. Now, that one only I took. Weight of one hydrogen atom. Okay. How we are going to weigh the weight of atom of hydrogen. How we are going to weigh the atom of hydrogen? By knowing the particles present in hydrogen. By knowing the particles present in hydrogen, we can weigh the atom of hydrogen. That is, hydrogen contains one electron and one proton. Neutrons are not there. Hydrogen contains one electron and one proton. For example, one carry bag has one apple and one banana. One carry bag has one apple and one banana. Now I asked, what is the weight of that carry bag? Immediately you will say, what is the weight of apple plus what is the weight of banana? That is called weight of carry bag, because that carry bag contains two fruits. Correct? Those two fruits are one apple and one banana. Like that here, what is the atom weight of hydrogen? What are the particles present in that hydrogen? Those total mass is called atom weight of hydrogen. One atom of hydrogen contains one electron and one proton. One electron and one proton. But when compared to proton mass, electron mass is very small. When compared to proton mass, electron mass is very small. For example, I am staying like this one. On me, one ant is there. Okay, I am just standing on weighing machine. What is the weight? Let us consider 70 kilograms, 0.1 grams. Like that I got 70 kilograms, 0.1 grams. After some time, I removed that ant and again I weighed 70 kilograms, 0.009 grams will be there. Previous weight and now, what is the thing? Both are almost same only, no? But what is the difference? Previously I considered 8 ant weight also. Now I remove that one. But there is no difference. Why? Ant is very small when compared to us. When compared to our weight, ant is very small. So we can neglect the weight of ant. When we are going to take our weight, we are going to neglect the ant weight. Correct or not? Like this here also. This is like ant. This is like human being present in hydrogen. Then what is the weight of hydrogen? Now mass of proton plus mass of electron. That is correct only. But electron mass is very small when compared to proton mass. Already we have seen the relation. Mass of one proton is equal to mass of 1837 electrons. So when compared to proton, electron mass is very small now. So we are going to neglect mass of electron everywhere in atoms. So this one no need to consider. No need to consider the electron weight, because even though if you add that one also, there is no change in value much. That's why we are going to neglect that one. I think you understood. Okay na? This is totally comparison. Ma. We have two particles, one proton and one electron. 1837 electrons equal to one proton mass, but here only one electron is there. So when compared to that proton, this electron is very small, like human being and ant. Both are weighed. With ant or without ant, we will get same weight for human being. Like this here also, proton plus electron. Okay, even if you add that electron mass also, no use at all. That's why we are going to neglect that electron mass. Then we are remained with one proton. What is the proton mass? 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Now what is the mass of one hydrogen atom? Is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Mass of one proton is equal to mass of hydrogen. That's why next coming classes sometimes we will use, instead of hydrogen, proton also. H plus is called proton, like that we will use now. H plus means after removal of electron from hydrogen we will get H plus. Okay, that one keep aside, no problem. We are using that hydrogen as proton, no need to bother about that, keep aside. Now main concept is, what is the weight of atom? I think you understood. Okay, now again once again I am defining this. What is meant by atomic weight? Atomic weight is defined as weight of one atom is called atomic weight. Okay, for which element we can consider? Let us consider hydrogen. Hydrogen, one atom I took. One atom of hydrogen contains one electron and one proton. Now what is the mass of one atom of hydrogen? That one atom of hydrogen contains mass of one electron plus mass of one proton. But electron mass is very small when compared to proton mass. That's why electron mass can be neglected. Because of that, one atom of hydrogen mass equal to one proton mass, which is called 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams, and scientists gave this value as 1 AMU. Scientists gave this value as 1 AMU. 1 AMU is nothing but atomic mass unit. The unit which is expressed to know the mass of atom, that is called AMU. Atomic mass unit. I will write that one. Before that, you are clear now? I will take some examples, no problem. By this, I will first rub that one. After that, what is this AMU? What is the value of 1 AMU? 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Even though it is expressed in grams, but it is very small. That one we have to understand. Okay? Next. What is meant by that one AMU? AMU is called atomic mass unit. AMU is called atomic mass unit. 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Those are useful data. Next, I am going to take one more example, that is helium. After hydrogen, next atom is helium. Okay, now what about helium atomic weight? Atomic weight of helium is called weight of one atom of helium. Weight of one atom of helium, that is definition. Now, what is the weight of one atom of helium? In that, what are the particles present? That one I am going to write. So this is called one atom of helium. One atom of helium contains 2 electrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons. 2 electrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Anyways, when electron number is increased, proton number is also increased. So, comparison wise, electrons are very small. Now, we are going to neglect the mass of electron. No need to consider. Then remaining particles are 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Those 2 protons mass plus 2 neutrons mass is called helium atom weight. One atom of helium. Okay? Now, 2 protons mass how much? 2 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Because 1 particle 5 grams if you take, 2 particles 2 into 5 we are writing now. Like that here. 1 particle mass 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Next, 2 particles mass 2 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24. Like that, 2 neutrons. What about 2 neutrons? 2 neutrons mass also 2 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Okay ma? Now, this is like X. This is also X only, 2X. Both we have to add only. This is the mass of total helium, mass of 2 protons plus mass of 2 neutrons. Okay, now we have to add these two. 2X plus 2X, 4X. Then it will become 4 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. But 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams equal to, we wrote AMU, 1 AMU. Then this is equal to 4 AMU. 4 AMU. Now what is the atomic mass of, atomic weight of helium? Atomic weight of helium is equal to 4 AMU. Atomic weight of hydrogen is equal to 1 AMU. Atomic weight of helium is equal to 4 AMU. Atomic weight of hydrogen is equal to 1 AMU. Hydrogen atomic weight of helium is equal to 4 AMU. This is the clarity. Next example. One more example we will see. Like that 3 or 4 examples if you see, you will be habituated. Now let us see. Next particle is lithium. What is the atomic weight of lithium? Mass of one atom of lithium is called mass of one atom of lithium. Mass or weight both are same. We will consider in chemistry. We will consider mass and weight both are same. Now, mass of one lithium atom is nothing but atomic weight of lithium. Then, how to find the mass of one atom of lithium? How many particles are present in lithium? Those particles' mass will be given as mass of lithium only. One atom of lithium contains 3 electrons, 3 protons, 4 neutrons. 3 electrons, 3 protons and 4 neutrons. Electrons mass we are not going to consider because electron mass is very small when compared to proton mass. Then 3 protons mass 3 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Then 4 neutrons mass 4 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Correct, ma'am? This is like 3x, this is like 4x. Then addition will be, because mass of 3 protons plus mass of 4 neutrons will be giving mass of one atom of lithium, because lithium contains that many particles. Okay, now 3 plus 4, 7. 7 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams, which is equal to 7 AMU, because 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Because of that, 7 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24, we can write it as 7 AMU. So finally, what is the atomic weight of lithium? Atomic weight of lithium is equal to 7 AMU. So first hydrogen 1 AMU, next helium 4 AMU, next lithium 7 AMU, beryllium 9 AMU. In the same way, beryllium has 4 electrons, 4 protons and 5 neutrons. 4 electrons, 4 protons and 5 neutrons. Okay, we will continue that one. Before that, till now, what is the thing it is completed? I think you understood. Once again, before going to next example, I will small recall that one. That is, what is the atomic weight? Simple definition. Weight of one atom of any element is called atomic weight. Only we are considering one atom. Weight of one atom of any element is called atomic weight. Hydrogen we have taken. Then hydrogen atomic weight is equal to, hydrogen contains what are the particles present? Those are 1 electron and 1 proton. According to that, electron weight is neglected and we got 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams, that is equal to mass of 1 hydrogen, which is equal to mass of 1 proton. That is only called 1 AMU. 1 AMU is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. In that way, we found helium. Helium has 2 electrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons. 2 protons plus 2 neutrons we are considering, because when compared to proton and neutron, electron is very small. We neglected mass of electron. Next, lithium. Coming to lithium, lithium has 3 electrons, 3 protons and 4 neutrons. Okay, 3 electrons mass, we will neglect that one because compared to that, 3 protons and 4 neutrons are they very massive particles. Okay, 3 protons mass 3 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. 4 neutrons mass 4 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Then finally you will get 7 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 grams. That is equal to 7 AMU. So atomic weight of hydrogen is equal to 1 AMU. Atomic weight of helium is equal to 4 AMU. Atomic weight of lithium is equal to 7 AMU. In this way we will continue the concept, no problem, by taking one more example. After complete understanding of this one only, we will go to next concept. Okay, ma'am?